Hey gang, what's going on? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and thank you very much for making a little time out of your day to check the video out. That's always much appreciated. Guys, today we're going to have a discussion. I'm going to tell you why it's good to suffer on the water physically, how it makes you a better person, how it makes you stronger, how it makes you a better angler, and just the overall benefits to it. I think you guys will find this some interesting way of thinking here, and I'll be curious to get your guys' feedback on that too. So real quick guys, before we get started, just want to invite everybody, anyone interested in booking an on the water lesson with me this summer, just shoot me a private message on my Facebook page, Randy Blockett Professional Angler. I can give you all the details about that, so it's much appreciated. Okay guys, one of the things that I think is one of the biggest drawbacks in our society is people never put themselves in a position to be uncomfortable on purpose. People are always seeking to be comfortable and, safe and, all that type of stuff. And one of the things that I can tell you from fishing professionally for the past, 40 years is the tremendous benefit that comes from suffering in the elements of being outside. And I didn't really realize that until I began to study a lot of the Native American philosophy as far as the benefits of that back in the early 90s. And so once I was aware of that a little bit, everything sort of made sense. And ever since then, I look forward to testing my body in the elements. And what I'm talking about here is, first of all, there's a lot of different aspects to this. The overall fundamental aspect to it, though, is the fact that unless you are physically uncomfortable and unless you suffer physically from being uncomfortable in the elements, whether it be heat, cold, wind, waves, just anything that's physically taxing on the body, until you put yourself in that position, you can't appreciate what it is to have the things that we take for granted. Like, for example, if you go out fishing all day long and it's 20 degrees and the wind's blowing and you get freaking cold and your toes get cold and your hands get cold and you're uncomfortable, you can't really appreciate what it feels like to get into that truck and feel the warmth on you. It's like experiencing that and being in that situation, it makes you appreciate being warm. It's the same if you're out there and it's super hot and it's like we're out there fishing at Lake Mead in July and it's 120 degrees out there and you're just super uncomfortable, sweating, super hot. You don't appreciate what it feels like to jump into that cool water and cool down until you actually put yourself in that position to be hot. If you make a long, rough boat ride, if you got to ride 50 or 60 miles in 3 and 4 foot waves and it just jars your body to pieces, you don't appreciate what that nice, soft, warm, comfortable bed feels like at night until you've been in that situation. So the point of the matter is it's really good to intentionally put yourself in uncomfortable physical conditions on the water. And that's why anytime that we have a nasty day out or back in the tournament scene, if we had a super windy day or a super cold day, or if it was going to be super hot, I always welcome those conditions because, number one, mentally it takes a lot of people out of the game. They just moan and complain about it. And I look forward to the challenge. I mean, I look forward to giant waves. I look forward to freezing temperatures. I look forward to those super hot days with no wind out there. It challenges me. It challenges my body. It makes you mentally and physically stronger. One of the things that you will find out about in fishing is if you allow it to, you can learn so much about yourself through the aspect of fishing, because fishing will put you in situations where you don't ever get to normally. It'll take you out of your comfort zone. And the thing that you learn more than anything else, if you're going to transcend that suffering and uncomfortable feeling, is you have to learn to let it flow through you and take that energy away from you. Because I'll give you guys a prime example. If you're out there, and I fish in the winter a lot. I mean, I'm on the water lessons with the jerkbait stuff. There's lots of days where I'm out there where it's in the low 20s and the wind's blowing. So I'm in that type of environment a lot. When you're out there, you can't like tense up. When you feel that wind blowing, you can't get all, hunched over and like you're freezing to death. You have to just relax and allow that cold energy to flow through you. take away the power that it has. The same with heat. It's like, instead of like complaining that you're so hot, just sort of relax a little bit and accept the fact that it's hot. Once you accept the fact that it's hot or cold or rough or whatever, right off the bat, you take a lot of the power away from that, because so much of that is mental. And the way that I can explain this to you, let's say, for example, you're out there fishing. I don't care if it's 120 degrees or if it's 20 degrees, and you're uncomfortable, and you're focusing on being uncomfortable. You're focusing on your hands being cold. You're focusing on the sweat dripping down your back. And then all of a sudden you hook a 5, 6, 7 pound bass. For whatever period that takes to get that fish in the boat, you completely forget about being uncomfortable. You forget about your hands being cold. You forget about being sweating. You're completely immersed in the moment of that experience. So your mind has the ability to take that power away from those adverse elements out there. So it's just a matter of putting yourself in that situation more and more. So one of the things that I would suggest, guys, is just take advantage of any situation that you have to put yourself in an uncomfortable position that causes you to physically suffer on the water. Now, you can do it hiking or whatever. I'm just using the example of water because a lot of people fish that watch this channel. But if you put yourself in that situation and really embrace it like that, it's going to make you stronger physically. It's going to make you stronger mentally, emotionally, spiritually, every which way. And it's something that we insulate ourselves now, man. It's like one of the things that mankind does is we insulate ourselves from everything. Guys, you know how many people out there that have not set foot on grass in years? It's like they're in their house all day long. They walk out on a concrete, sidewalk. They get in their car. They drive to wherever they're going. They get out on an asphalt parking lot and walk into a building that's got tile or carpet on it. Their feet never touch the ground. We are so disconnected from the natural world here. It's pathetic, and it makes us weak. It makes us, just substandard examples of the human species. So, point of the video, guys, is embrace suffering on the water, embrace being cold, embrace being hot, embrace being in rough water, and it's just going to make you a stronger person all the way around. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. We'll talk later. See you.